Do you love outrageous, over-the-top decks in Magic the Gathering? Well, I've got an absolute banger for you in today's video. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you all for taking the time to support the channel. I truly appreciate it. My name is Hello Good Game, and I am pleased to be your host within this Magic the Gathering Arena Deck Guide video, breaking down in depth a new deck every single day, discussing the strategies and synergies held within, providing you a deeper understanding of how to pilot this deck effectively. Furthermore, demonstrating the decks in Mythic ranked gameplay footage against the best players as well as decklists in-game. Finally, concluding with our wrap-up thoughts, channel news, and deck review. If you want to help out, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for future content. Ding! You get a little bell sound for that, right? But most importantly, kick back, relax, and enjoy.
It's a new lap record.
Here we are with Boros Flicker. This is a red and white mid-range deck that is going heavy. 60 cards, supported by 26 lands with a 3.3 average mana value. We are building another round. 3 mana plus double X at sorcery speed. Exile any number of creatures you control and then return them to the battlefield under their owner's control. Repeat this process X more times, which is absolutely goofy within a flicker-based deck. We are playing creatures that have enter the battlefield effects, gaining that value, flickering them from play into exile back to the battlefield to regain that ETB effect and potentially untap them if they've already attacked on the turn. Okay, they will enter untapped, which is great. So, first and foremost, let's talk about some new cards here. We have the Fortune Loyal Steed, 3 mana, 2/4. When it enters the battlefield, scry 2. We absolutely love it. Whenever it attacks while saddled, which is for 1 power, you will exile it and the creature that saddled it at the end of combat, which is phenomenal, returning them to the battlefield under their owner's control, which is really nice. It's doing it pre-second main phase, so you can still interact after that, which is really nice. We also will utilize the Guardian, a 3/3 with flying for 3 mana as well, and when it enters the battlefield, exile up to one other target creature or artifact you control, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Right, so you can see the distinction between the two cards here. Entering the battlefield at the beginning of end step is not as good as entering the battlefield back again immediately. Okay, then you can still interact with those creatures on your second main phase. Moving on from that, some creatures early game that we like to flicker will be the Spirited Companion for 2, a 1/1, and when it enters the battlefield, draw a card, as well as the Charming Scoundrel for 2 as a 1/1 as well with haste, and when it enters the battlefield, choose one of the following 3, discard a card, then draw a card, create a treasure token, or create a Wicked Roll token attached to target creature that you control. So this is very, very nice. It can help you ramp out early game with the treasure. It can help you draw cards on an empty hand late game. BEA beautiful. And of course, the companion is just a solid draw all around as well. So drawing with the companion early game, ramping with the scoundrel early game, so on and so forth. Aside from that, we have some bigger creatures. Terror of the Peaks for 5, a 5/4 with flying. Whenever you cast, whenever an opponent casts a spell that targets it, they'll have to pay 3 additional life to cast that spell, which is pretty cool. So, quasi ward, if you will, that can't be countered. And whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target, which is phenomenal since we are flickering creatures into the battlefield and potentially multiples. Doubling our ETBs and shutting down our opponent's ETBs with Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines for 5 as a 4/7 with Vigilance. If a permanent would enter the battlefield, causing a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it's going to trigger an additional time, and your opponent will not trigger, which is absolutely phenomenal. And of course, we will utilize the Trumpeting Carnosaur for 6 as a 7/6 with Trample. When it enters the battlefield, discover 5. And to do this multiple times is wacky. Furthermore, we can utilize it early game via the discard for 3, dealing 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, which is really, really nice. In a similar note, acting as a value and removal spell, the Eternal Wanderer for 6 is a 5 loyalty planeswalker with a static ability stating that no more than one creature can attack the Wanderer each combat, which is quite nice, helping her stay alive against aggro decks. We have a +1 ability that will allow us to exile up to 1 target creature or artifact, returning it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of that player's next end step. Again, this can offset our opponent's blockers, which is really good, but primarily flicker our own creatures. -4, each player, we will choose a creature that they control, including ourselves, and then sacrifice all others not chosen, which is a great control aspect to the card as well. And then finally, 2 copies of Etali, Primal Conqueror, a 7/7 with trample, and when it enters the battlefield, each player will exile cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may cast those spells without paying their mana value, which is phenomenal. Furthermore, we can transform it into the Primal Sickness for 9+2 life. As an 11/11, it will have trample and indestructible, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, they're going to get that many poison counters, which is an OTK there. What a crazy card Etali is, right? All right, so again, these spells are all utilizing ETBs, which we are doubling, and then getting additional value with our flickers from the Wanderer, from another round, as well as the Loyal Steed and Guardian of Ghirapur. Removal in deck, including 2 copies of End the Festivities, dealing 1 damage to each creature and planeswalker our opponent controls. Sorry, token decks, not today. Again, this is just very good against the Boros aggro deck. 3 copies of Strangle, 3 damage for 1 mana at sorcery speed to target creature or planeswalker. And we've already just discussed the Carnosaur, 3 damage for 3. 3 copies of Get Lost for 2 at instant speed, destroying creature, enchantment, or planeswalker that our opponent controls. They will make 2 map tokens as well. And one of my favorite, Take Up the Shield, instant speed, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains a life gain and indestructible until the end of turn. And we can put that on Terror and utilize the ability of Terror to gain just a bunch of life. Very cool there. The land base is nice. We have the Parlor for the Surveil, the Forge for the life, Vintage as the fast lands, and Pass as the slow lands, with our utility of the Empire and the Defiance, bringing us to 26 total, as it is a very mid-range based deck. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord. Link is in the description below, the Linktree link, and then it'll open up a bunch of other links. Check out the Discord link, and also I've got some Spotify songs on there if you're interested as well. Thanks so much. Enjoy. Let's roll out. Starting with the Surveil. Land stays. Discarding around. Pass turn. Bad Adelphia. Do whatever you want, bro. Go hard. Bro's trying to put us to sleep tonight or what? He's like, yeah. I'm going to look up the value of each one of these cards and take the most valuable one. Oh, sure. Leave me the 1 mana spell. That's, yeah. Don't even make me pay 2 mana, you know? That's what your decision was? You would expect by taking so much time they would have, you know, arrived at the correct conclusion. But, I mean, we out here, homie. No, you go. We know they have removal, but we still play into it. It is what it is. Let's just try to pile on now that we're curved out, turn after turn. Yep. Unavoidable. Gixie Doodle went to town riding on the Explorer. Childred, come on, bro. Just stop. I'll allow it. Could be a little late to the party, though. Oh, that sucks. A little late to the party? Bro. Wasn't even a land. We've got blocks, though. I doubt they remove. Shelly's a go with a cut down. That's fine. No worries, no attack. We're down to 16. Nice top deck, bro. Give me the good stuff, huh? Give me the good stuff. Really? Really? Two 1-drops. Should use it on myself. Dang. Well, at least that's good. I'm going for it. Let's close it out. We've got Trample. All systems go! It's not something we can sit through. They could potentially upkeep Scry if they wanted as well. Double? Well, no, you just need the Death Touch. But, again, with the damage already dealt, we have increased throughput via the Trample. Up to 10. What did they get? Oh, no. They should have taken that Scry on the upkeep, maybe. A land in hand as well. So now I believe they're sitting on 2 lands. Maybe they've got the juice. I don't think, but... Oh, they typically do. Their 5th removal spell. No, this was actually a pretty balanced match. We've had others where it's just like unbearable. They've still got it going on. Really? I guess. I mean, it's damage. What's up with all these 1-drops? Ooh, 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 ooh. We probably could just attack, but I don't know if they have removal. So if they do, they would play it there. So I'm going to say no then. Let's just throw it in. We are down to 12. We have defenders. It's fine. And we'll receive more defenders, most likely. Post-combat on end step from Etali again. Bouncing the creature mostly because it's fun. the flicker here. And that's what the deck does, right? So beating a top 800 player, cool, but let's just see the deck. That's how I play all my matches like that. It's like, who cares? This isn't a pro tour. Like, I understand Mythic rank, great, but it's like irrelevant. Let's just have fun and explore our decks, you know? So I'm always trying to get a little bit further into my deck if I can. And I wish we had the option post-game to look through our deck to see what our next cards would have been, right? I always do that when I'm playing, when you know, I lose or I win, whatever happens to be I'm out, to look at the top, you know, maybe 10 cards of your library just to see what could have been. You do this, yes or no? Look at this dino, dude. That thing is huge. Truly. Big money? Definitely better. It's not a terror by any means. Ooh. But it's pretty good. Good game, dude. We deserve to lose, but... Do they get to play for free? Yeah, they do. No, they don't. They should have went for it. They should have went for it. They could have minused my Wanderer. And of course, we could saddle Etali with the loyal Steed, but let's just take it. Great game, homie. All right, on the draw, we're going to look for better land here. I'll keep 6 and just toss the companion. Well, no, toss a Scoundrel, keep the companion. You'll get it. I mean, or you won't. If I would have known that there was a second companion there, then maybe we would have tossed something else. Just a treasure. Oh, that's high test. Oh, that's high test. Damage incoming. Oh my lord, have mercy. The Forge? You've gone wild. Hitting for 7. Wowzers. Land off the top. Hallelujah. Take the draw. Take the Slick Shot Show Off. They draw via the Ruckus removal. Pay for 1. 4 land. 4 mana, I should say. Let's bounce the Scoundrel. If we can. Oh, you're really going for it. Just stop some damage. Monstrous Rage, you're incredible. You should be running for president. Hit for 1. Guardian out. Flicker Adelphia. And we're going to make another treasure. We top deck a land, we have it. Might just die, though. There's no way. There's no way you have another Rage. What is this game even? How does it always work out like that? What an absolute Chad. And then top deck lethal, why not? Why wouldn't you? Incredible. What an... play Etali, I dare, you know? Wow, so I just need, like, removal. There's the land, there's the forge token, there's our own creature coming back at us. That kills the token. They might just have it, but let's see. First, we need to survive this turn. Not using it? What a Chad. Take the trample. That's sorcery, so no worries. Down to 1. Oh, this is still a match somehow, for sure. Can't block. The worst pulls in the world, but we clean up the field, I guess, a bit. Land goes. Can't for 2. Okay, all we need is a turn. If they top deck a land, we get it. Another Monstrous Rage. Are you kidding me? There's no way. There's no way. Three of them. How is it always just like, here's my Monstrous Rage? Isn't that incredible? Like, what a phenomenon. You could make this stuff up and you could be called a lunatic. Except that there's supporting evidence and it is unyielding. All right. I like it. On the draw, though, so that's not great, but curving into our terrors with our Wanderer. Not too shabby. Let's start with a draw, trying to increase an organic land drop. Oh! We can force it with a treasure if need be, but I'd rather not. Hit for 1. Again with the land. Again with the land. Again with the land. No luck. But it's, you know, increasing the chance that it comes our way. That's pretty good. The bog's cool too. Okay, I like this. They're playing the dragons. Oh no, that's the journey. I'm thinking of that other card, the Cornucopia. No land. So I'm going to dig for land. Oh, we should have attacked first. Sorry. We find our land. I gotta save that for next turn. Toss a Scoundrel. For some reason, I was thinking that was the Steed. So we should have attacked there and then bounced, and it would have reset the block, right? So that's on me. More bogs, that's fine. More land, that's not great. Do we need 4? No, but we definitely do need 5. Let's surveil. 6 stays as well. Let's swing for 5, potentially taking them to 13. There's definitely a field wipe here within their deck that they have access to drawing as a minimum. I don't know if I care to protect that. Just let them have it. I think so. We could protect it, but nah. This is definitely going to force a field wipe. That's our 6th land. They have 3 in hand plus a double draw, which is like super duper extensive. I think that looks through 14 cards, right? It's 28. I think they get whatever they want. Oh, they definitely get whatever they want. So they're not going to -4, but they will -1 and take the 2 companions, which isn't great. Oh, they do -4, but now she's so weak that we just take her. Double copy the bog for a cut down, or a ley line, right, or a cut down. This isn't white; it has to be cut down, or like a red spell. A Helix, okay. Not waiting till our upkeep to copy it. Interesting. We could, of course, have protection there, but it doesn't matter because we have haste here. The treasure's honestly not bad, but this will be fine. Treasure would have allowed us to protect the terror, actually. Treasure would have been better. Maybe I hold the terrors for now? They have no land in their deck. That's wild. Like, it's all been pulled. Pretty crazy. Let's swing. I don't know. This is only lifelink and indestructible. Could very much die to exile still. We don't want to play it until we can protect it at this point. This is wild. I think there's counter magic there. Let's first probe with our terror. No counter magic. Swing for 2. We have protection. Oh, whoops. Oops. I wasn't even thinking of the land. My bad, my bad. The Cornucopia. I like this card quite a bit. Some 5-mana dragons. Like Omnaths and stuff too. You know, just like some crazy, terrible cards. I don't know. I mean, it looks like they're going to start swanging. Interesting. They're totally tapped out. Should we just take the block? Or next turn. Just hit for more damage. I'm going to go for it. Take the cottage. It's long-term value. It mitigates their output. And now we go wild. Potentially finishing the game here. From 18 to 11. Nice, that's game. Beautiful. Discard the lands, because I literally don't care. We could keep them in hand, but... Now we will hit for 6. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. And plus Adelphia on Etali. Back. That's lethal. Good game. I bet you didn't think we were going to win that, did you? Going first. There's a lot of removal here, but the land is good, and we can surveil. Or like a 2-drop, right? That's not it, so it can go. Murno Black. Okay, I mean, I guess I'll just take that easily. They don't have much else on one, I don't think. An original card. I'll tell you what, I do appreciate seeing that. We're going to dunk on it and then make a treasure. Okay, for 1. Preacher. That's a good card too. Dunking on that. We're going to run out of dunks soon is the problem. Another treasure. Hit for 2. We are ready for our Eternal Wanderer. Ooh. Someone is going to regret that. Attack for 1. Land in play. Emperor. Our Wanderer, sorry, out. Exile the Scoundrel. Discard and draw. Shakedown heavy. All right. Terror of Peaks in play. Chump blocker active. 2 damage to the top. No attack. Pass over. Removal prioritized now on the terror, I believe. Decline. I will try to block. They might remove 1 and take the other. But that would be their mana on the turn. Or some of it, at least. So we'll just trade. That's fine. Very cool, in fact. Here's my companion. Good game. Outraged. Land looks good. Hand is, well, not terrible. Obviously not great. Something that you try, though. It's worth the gamba. What you doing over there, Willis? They're really considering that first land drop. I'll just take that. Save our higher damage spell for something that we might need it on. Like this. A Gix, don't you dare. Oh, Punisher's nice. Karvek is really good. Surveil first, in case we like our scry. I'm going to keep them both. We do need our 6th land, but we'll get it. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. At least it's blue. And that's not a crime. That's just non-targeted, right? Why would you even run that in the deck? That seems so bad. Let's pass over, see what they play. Demon. What the? Huh? Just take it. What's this demon all about? Oh, a bloodletter. Dang it. Okay. Oh, I understand now. No, we have the block. Do they have the OTK? 2 cards in hand? Let's see. I'm going to say yes? No? Maybe so? No. Okay. No worries, no worries, no worries, no worries. 3 mana up, no attack. That's fine. Let's go. Ayo, River! Finna get blasted, homie. Yes, 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 yes. Let's hit for 5. And we drew our land. Eternal Wanderer. Ready to drop our new diss track. Let's first attack. It's good. Wander is in. Could be countered. I don't know. Bounce of Terror. Last chance. Why wouldn't they have done it pre-attack, though? Such a legend. Why didn't they do that earlier? I'm so confused. Really pushing it to the limit. Good game, dog. Going first, keeping our hands. Some nice 2-drops here. Potential removal on 2/3 with protection later on if we want it. Typically not a card we're looking for in our opening hand within that. Take up the shield, but it's okay. Looking for our land. Thank you very much. 26 lands in the deck, so, you know, your chances of pulling one, pretty good. What are you doing? What does that card do? Stuff? I don't know if it's really important right now, though. I might just continue looking for land. Please and thank you. Lots of removal still. I don't think we're worried about the Visionary's ramp ability so much. It's good, but it's not the end of the world by any means. Let's just retain our value. A Jund deck, you say? So this is much more interesting. Oh, no, it's not. Far less interesting. Let me actually get that straight here. Do you think I can draw the land? It might be slow, though. Risky. Doesn't pay. It does not pay. 26 lands in deck. Did I mention that you should really have no problem curving out? I don't, and we've been drawing as well, which is, you know, it's one thing to not draw land on your draw step, but to be double drawing and still not get them. Like, I've drawn 4 cards this match, none of which have been lands. They're going right for it, which is fine. There's no Nissa in play, so it's just like it's just pretty good. It's not the end of the world, though. Now we need to kill this while they're tapped, so they can't get their Visionary back. Or, sorry, not their Visionary, their Analyst. A lot of value already, though. Really? Wow. That's, like, actually pretty bad. They have the Virtue that can grab stuff back, too, though, right? So, we're not out of the woods yet. In fact, I think we've lost because we've, like, super bricked. That's pretty incredible. Why wouldn't you? I was expecting the perfect card. Thanks. They think they're so funny. They need a blue source to wipe the field with the ill-timed explosion. But then, you know, they're going to probably kill their Nissa in that if they take the Guardian, so it's unfavorable. Oh, wow. Okay, we have to take Nissa. They just milled 2 Nissas. Getting all those lands back sucks, but as long as they're not doing it on top of Nissa. There's not that many there. How have I not drawn another non-land draw? Whoa! That's pretty crazy. I don't even know, man. It's pretty wild, I think. So I'm like 10 draws in, and not one of them have been a land at a 50% chance. I don't truly understand this game sometimes, but like, how many times can you flip a coin and land heads in a row? 1? Well, I can do it 8 times. Now that is impressive. I should be hustling at the bar. Like, hey, that's a weighted coin. I'm like, no, bro, no, it's just heads. All right, What? Whoa. That's so messed up. I don't even know. They're going to be through their whole deck by the time I get my 4th land. Never mind 5th, 6th, and 7th. What? Dude, what's mine say? Bro. I just can't. I just can't. There's 26 lands in this deck. Very cool, dude. Okay. Nice. Feeling pretty good about that. Let's go make a treasure. Three cards in hand. I'm sure they just have lethal. Might need life gain sooner than later to avoid that, but we'll see. They're just looking for a virtue, right? To grab like a Nissa back or something. Really, whatever. They play with Wind's Grace, I wonder, since there's no blue for Deluge. Yeah, so there's that damage we're talking about. We might just want to grab some life as soon as possible. It's pretty crazy for them. Keep in mind, we bricked. Like, as impressive as this deck is, we would have already won. They've done nothing. Well, we've also done nothing, which is just shame on everyone involved. We have the exact opposite problems. They're like, I have every single land. Where are the rest of my cards? And I'm like, I've got all my cards, but no lands. We're kind of getting there now, forcing it, but just way too slow. They're on their last card. Really? 10. Like, this is not enough life gain anyways, right? So they might just have lethal with another damage spell. Because we're only grabbing 2 life. And they hit for more than 13. Right? 10, 13 in the 2, so that would still be lethal for them. Keep the fast land. Could just be dead here if they have another Windgrace. Sorry, World Soul's Rage. Which I assume they do. No, but looking for it. I like that. Sacking their tapped lands. Still having, well, I guess not quite enough. Depending if they play a land or not, I suppose. But even then, it would only be 10. They have 26 cards in deck. I am at 41. They sacrificed a lot. Wow. Nine mana. 19 cards in their deck. I'm at 41. That's crazy. So they don't have lethal, but they probably are very, very close. Nice. Okay. So next turn, they definitely have lethal. That's unavoidable. It's just so boring, though, right? Like, they're playing as fast as they can and literally roping the game. Like, I've sat here and done nothing for 3 minutes. That's awesome. And they've just been clicking nonstop for 3 minutes. Seems fine. You know, I don't know. It's cool. Definitely a nice play experience. I'm going to try just to Etali. I think they probably still win, obviously, with the damage spell, but we'll try. Found some land. Take the draw. Do we need removal? No, it's just damage spell. Okay, I'm ready for my field wipe. If this could flicker Etali right now, that'd be a lot better. But we've already done that to get it in play, because we're short on land this whole time. So, again, I think we would have had an easy win here if we wouldn't have floundered the first 10 turns. But that's how sometimes these things go. And there's just no way they don't have lethal. Like, it has to be in their hand. We've only seen one of them, and we know that there's 3 more, so there's a really good chance it's in their hand. So we'll let them add to 11. They can all the way up to 14. Good game. Yeah, it's going to happen from time to time, right? Try not to get frustrated with it. They're just experimenting, I'm sure. Going first with a pretty nice hand. No removal, but I guess we'll get there. Scoundrel first? Companion first. And on that same note, Elesh first, Terror first. I think both depend on the situation. If you can attack Scoundrel, if not Companion, haste. If they are relying on any ETBs, Elesh. If not, Terror for damage output. If you're wondering, that's how I do it. Okay, so we can get in with the haste to make a treasure. Hit for 1. I don't even know. Can you not help yourself? A 1/1 is too threatening to you? You're like, no, I've got to get it. Oh, that's good. That's going to take Ellie. I think. Maybe not. I don't think it takes a terror. Maybe the companion. Probably Ellie. The companion. Okay, I mean, not bad, not bad. Save for 1. They have more bats. Don't even. Gixadelphia went to Drawtown. Nice. Yep. To block the bat, at least. Hopefully it lives. You're oopsing me? Bro, you're just... If you remove that, like you say oops and then remove it, that's the biggest BM I've ever seen. I'll pack up my... I have nothing to prove. If that's what kind of player you are, you can play by yourself. Yep. I've got no time for individuals like that. There's enough toxicity, right? I don't need any more in this game that I come to enjoy every day with you guys. If you want to be that way, see you later, dude. You think this single match is gonna like make a difference in your career? You're kidding yourself. What was that oops about? I'm so freaking confused right now. All right, let's try to get the bat, I guess. Maybe their oops was actual. I don't know. It's hard to say. Was it sincere? What was the mistake they made? I honestly don't think they made one. Let's take our draw. Land in play, let's attack. Down to 12. Blockers can chill. Festivity protects the others. Did they want the Mastermind out earlier? I thought they were tapped, though. Because they played Gix and then attacked. And then oops to me when I played my Terror. I don't know. So sparked. Just have one. I'm not going to triple block. I could easily take advantage of that. 2-11 with a draw. Could be counter magic. They're tapped out, which is not great. 4th land. Shieldred? Let's try. It's got to be a counterspell, right? Or removal on the first. That was a real oops on their behalf. That was a sincere oops. Maybe the first one was sincere too. We had the treasure they didn't see. Was I being a jerk that match? I got pretty triggered from that first oops, hey? My apology, sometimes this game, right? I try not to let it get to me, but sometimes. I will pack up right now. My bad. So, you know, it's going to happen. Just try to reflect on it and maybe shake the mood going forward. Boros Flicker. Pretty cool. Does it need improvements? Maybe. All decks need improvements. That's just how it works. That's how you make such good decks. Never stopping this process is a sickness that I suffer from. But that's okay. It's for your pleasure. I love Terror of the Peaks with life gain. Can we get a Planeswalker that gives life gain to it? A life gain counter, perhaps? Elspeth, is that you? I'm thinking of a bunch of other stuff while I make the deck, if you're interested in it. But none of it made the cut. Molten Duplication, I think, could potentially jump back over there. You know, the Terror is nice, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough, right? Because there was no flicker support. You know, the Peacekeeper's pretty decent. The Bunnycorn I thought would be a lot better than it ended up being. The Dust Animus I thought would be better too, but even to bring it back as a free cast later, our lands are always tapped, right? So it's not really working. 1 damage, turn 1. Better off to use removal. Thinking about ramping through the Ironcrag, but honestly, the Scoundrel's just more consistent, you know? Removal through artifacts and enchantments. You know, this honestly could maybe replace Get Lost. That could probably make it into the list. I do not mind that third path. Scroll Shift, you know, not really needed. I understand that it can interrupt our opponent's removal, which is good, and give us a draw, but 3 mana is quite a bit. I would rather use something like Touch the Spirit Realm, where we can flicker or have our own removal, right? So I think that this is a little bit higher value there. The ETB of the Rancher is not terrible. Worth considering. And the Haste of the Recruiter. Yeah. You also get +1 on your attackers as well, so that's not terrible. As well as the Adventure is really cool on top of the Terrors, right? There's 2/2/2s. That's something, right? Angel Fire Ignition. I was looking maybe at some haste potentially, but you know, I don't think it's super necessary. Life gain is nice as well. We settled on Take Up the Shield because it doubles as protection for us. Quintrus Con, some additional life gain. The Discovers here is pretty nice as well. But there's, you know, no flicker support really. And then the Warden is decent for the ETB. The draw is good as well. You know, but we're kind of just focused on Etali, I guess, instead. Food for thought. So that's kind of, you know, what I'm bringing to the table with the deck, my thoughts of how I was building it, and things that almost made the list. Of course, I'm open to ideas. There's a lot of cards in Standard right now, and it's very easy to overlook, you know, maybe something that was very, very well suited for this build. So together, we can make the best deck list. Hit me up in the comments below, and I'm sure that we will make a version 2 of this bad boy, because it absolutely slapped, and it was a ton of fun. I don't typically play with Etali. Sometimes I avoid these cards like the plague, but what better ETB is there in-game than Etali? You know? That is it. Woo! Thank you all so much for watching. Have an absolute magical day. Like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord, and I'll see you soon in the next.